What are we supposed to be charting? What are we supposed to be measuring? We're supposed to be looking at moral improvement. That's all. If we want to chart progress, where do we look? How do we know whether we're progressing or regressing? In terms of politics, it's really none of our business. We're not politicians. In terms of health, we're not doctors. And the doctors are not doing so well themselves, but that's another story. So for the main body of citizens of this planet, what are we supposed to be charting? What are we supposed to be measuring? We're supposed to be looking at moral improvement. That's all. Because that's where we have freedom of choice. So is the world getting better? Well, what do you mean better? Healthier or morally better? Particularly when the health is not so good and the politics is not so good, then we really need to improve in the moral arena. Are we improving? Vastly. You're not going to see it in the news. It's not going to be in the headlines, but we are improving vastly. Just one little example. All the experts in Israel, probably everywhere else as well, all the experts predicted that with the lockdown, with the quarantine, husbands and wives being stuck in the house with each other, the divorce rate is going to go through the roof. And domestic violence is going to become out of control. The latest statistic in Israel shows that in the last 11 months, the divorce rate has gone down by 3%. Now, 3% is not very impressive. But if you consider the 60% increase that they were predicting, and now it's gone down 3%, so it's actually gone down 63% based on predictions. So where did the experts go wrong? How were their predictions so off? It's not because they're not good with numbers. It's because they underestimate human beings. In general, we have a very cynical view of the human being. And that was not the Rebbe's view. The human being is an incredible moral being. Of course, things can derail us. We can get into very bad conditions. But at the core, human beings are good people. So let me share something a little futuristic. This is all kind of predictable. But what's really futuristic and unprecedented, consider this picture here. For 5,000 years or so, we have been laboring under the impression that we, human beings, are very fragile, very vulnerable, very dependent on God or on each other, and very needy. So here's the picture. You have many needs. Most of them you cannot fulfill by yourself. So you have to turn to others. You have to turn to God. You have to plead with God. You have to beg God. You have to promise him to be good. You have to hope that he's in a good mood. And then maybe he'll give you what you need. Otherwise, you're in trouble. Good luck. That fueled so many movements and so many sciences and religion, all fueled by the fact that we are so fragile and so needy desperate for help. On the other hand, religion has created a picture of God as being perfect, invulnerable, untouchable, unreachable, unflappable. He needs nothing. He just sits there watching us struggle. And of course, when we misbehave, he smites us. But that's the picture of God. So we are extremely needy. He doesn't need anything. That's universal from the beginning of time. In the near future, this is going to change dramatically because we are going to discover something really interesting. Human beings have no needs. You see, we're so overburdened with the amount of needs. Back in the olden days, our needs were simple. They were about 5. Keep me warm, keep me fed, give me something to drink, and don't shoot me. Life was pretty simple. Hard to achieve, but not very complicated. But with time, we've added all sorts of needs. You need to get a job, and you need to pay your bills, and you need to have a mortgage, and you need to buy a car, and it just goes on and on. And then the advertisements that tell you what you need that you never even thought of. You got to have one of these, and you got to have some of that. It's just becoming too much. So we go for therapy. Now, what happens when you go for therapy? You discover you have needs you don't even understand. Your mother never wanted to have you, so now you got to fix that. And your brother hates you, and it just goes on and on and on. So one second, I came here to be relieved of my needs, and you're just giving me more needs. So in desperation, I go to religion. I think religion will give me some relief, will give me some peace of mind. But what do you discover? Well, if you think you have needs in this world, wait till you get to heaven. Your troubles are just going to begin. So, okay, I can't take this anymore. This is not working. The future of human psychology, I'm sure, is that instead of looking a little deeper and finding more needs, look much deeper, and you will discover what Hasidus has been trying to tell us. You have no needs. You have none. You're a creation. Only a creator has needs. If you create a universe, you obviously have something. You're after something. But if you're the creation, what do you need? So children today are already expressing this. You ask them to clean up the room, and the 11-year-old says, I didn't ask to be born. What does that have to do with cleaning up a room? Well, if I didn't ask to be born because I don't need to be born, then why do I need to clean up my room? In other words, don't tell me I need. That doesn't compute anymore. I don't need. Well, you have to get a job. No, I don't have to get a job. And what is the response to that? A threat. Well, you don't get a job, you're not going to have any money, you're not going to have a place to live, you're going to be out on the streets, you're going to get a disease, you're going to die. Doesn't work anymore. I didn't ask to be born. Don't threaten me with death. This is something so amazing. There is something much more divine in the human being than human. When you say, well, you got to survive, nobody wants to die, we're all afraid of dying, be gesund, you got to be healthy, that's the main thing. No, it's not. It's not. So the phrase, you need or you must or you should, gone. It's gone. I don't need anything. For example, do I need to eat? Oh, I need to eat. No, I don't need to eat. Personally, I need to stop eating, but I can't. So why do I call it my need? Did I choose it? Did I design myself this way? Did I even agree to this? No. So why is it my need? If you enjoyed this conversation or this topic and you're looking for more information or you want to hear it again from another angle, there's a way to do that. And that is in this book. It's all there. Order it from Amazon. You can read it, reread it, and share it. We have a Sunday night program for VIPs that you might be interested in. It's informal, it's questions and answers, it's conversation. It's really relaxed, it's really pleasant, enjoyable, informative, and kind of community-like. It's a Sunday night program. There's a Wednesday morning program for the VIPs, and there's a Wednesday night program. All of it just conversation, casual, laid back, unscripted. So join us, take a look, click the link below and see which of the three suits you best, and join us for some enjoyable conversation.